And now here we are, 2024. The times are very similar to 1980, in where we're kind of in despair. It's almost the same thing. There's wars going on all over the place. There's hostages, not in some of American in Israel situation. Uh, some may argue we have a weak president. There's wars, there's inflation. We need another miracle.
Well, we got to find somebody to pull us together. I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know who's going to win the election, and whoever it is, we support, regardless of whether you voted for that person or not. And I think that's kind of the problem we have right now is people. And again, I'm an old school guy. I think the problem is people just don't respect people anymore, and we've lost that value of respect. I've gotten into arguments with friends over politics, and I'm not a political guy. I'm not that smart. I do know Donald Trump very well. I played golf with him. I knew Joe Biden very well. I went with Joe Biden when he was the vice president to the Olympic Games in Vancouver, and I would argue with my friends. Look at whether whoever's in, we support, and that's just the way it's got to be. And we got to find a way to unify our country. We live in the greatest country in the world. And I just people sometimes don't see that, or they take it for granted, and it frustrates me that whoever's going to be the leader of our country, we have to support that person and find a way to work together. And if you can't, we're going to keep bitching and complaining and whining about this and that. If you don't like it, go live in another country. Go see what it's like to live somewhere else. And that kind of drives me to the point of, let's figure it out. Why do we live in the greatest country in the world is because of the opportunities that we have to live in this country. And let's work together. Whether you agree or disagree, let's just respect each other's opinions. And that seems to be lost. People just don't get it. So again, that's something we got to figure out.
Yeah, I totally agree 100%. I think, here we are where, election day is coming up in a couple of days. I think it's going to, the craziness is just going to increase regardless of who is the winner. I think in the beginning, once they find out, and then, but I do agree that we need to all be on the same page. We have to embrace whoever the sitting president may be, like we always have done. And I feel like like America has changed, and it's like sides, like divisive, like actual
Right.
sides, two teams.
Yeah. And we
It's
can't
crazy.
have that.
No, we can't have that. I totally agree. And like I said, we need another miracle. And any chance you get the team together and we go and score
Well,
another goal?
it's funny. Just recently, and I read this, and nobody's contacted me. Apparently, there are a few politicians that are proposing that the '80 Olympic team get the Congressional Gold Medal, which would be the ultimate honor. We've achieved a lot of great moments in our lives through that victory, but I think this would be the frosting on the cake to have something like that presented to our team, because you can't pat yourself on the back, but take a step back and think about it. I mean, that's something our team deserves. We could, maybe that's a unifying moment in our country, because whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or whatever you are, you got to still agree that this moment was pretty special. So maybe that's the start of unifying our nation. But as a hockey team, like I said to you before, we just always have taken great pride in what we did, what we accomplished, and how it touched the lives of so many people. And it was said many times, people were proud to wave the flag after what happened in 1980. Where prior, people were, not too happy about that. So, an athletic event can change maybe the mindset of the thinking of people. And what better group of people than my teammates